We are going to review the iWrite learning targets. We want to make sure that everyone understands what these learning targets mean so they can successfully complete their journey and evidence links. Number 1, I can write arguments to support claims in an analysis of a text using valid reasoning and relevant sufficient evidence. So that is quite the mouthful. I can write arguments, so you're going to be writing a persuasive piece of writing to support claims, so to support some sort of opinion in an analysis. So you're going to study carefully the text, whatever text you're reading, and use valid reasoning and relevant sufficient evidence. So you want to have good quality support with information that pertains to your argument and has enough evidence there that will convince your audience member that your argument is correct. So we have already started practice doing this with persuasive writing, but the key here is to support claims in that analyzing the text. So it's going to be some sort of argument that you have in the text. So for example, in The Secret Garden, we could be talking about how Mary is trying to become a better child. She's trying to care about people. She's trying to be grateful for things she has. And then we would have to find support in the text and have valid reasons that show that this is a true statement. Number 2, I can produce clear and coherent writing in which the development, organization, and style are appropriate to task, purpose, and audience. So I can produce clear and coherent. Coherent means consistent and connected, in which the development, so the development is your ideas, the organization, how you structured your paper or writing, and the style, what sort of things are in there that show us that you're writing it, you're the person behind the words, and is it appropriate to the task, the purpose, and the audience. So task, purpose, and audience are going to come up a lot in these writing targets. Task is the type of writing you are doing. So is it a letter? Is it a speech? Is it an editorial? So there's many different types of writing. The purpose, are you writing to persuade someone, to entertain them, or to inform them? And lastly, the audience, who are you speaking to? Okay, so a lot of times when we were practicing writing, the audience might not actually read it, but you're pretending you're writing to them. So for example, you might write to the President of the United States. You might write to a kindergartner. You might write to someone in a different country. So the audience is a wide range, and we're going to explore a lot of different audiences this year. Number 3, I can develop and strengthen writing as needed by planning, revising, editing, rewriting, and trying a new approach. Okay? So we're learning about the 6+1 traits of writing, and while we've been doing this, we're learning new approaches. We're revising and editing with partners, with your teachers, okay? And you're rewriting, you're taking that feedback and you're making it better. So this is a process we're going to be working on all year. Number 4, I can conduct research projects based on focused questions demonstrating understanding of the subject under investigation. So we are going to do a research project this year. And when you do a research project, you are going to focus it on a certain amount of questions. So for example, if you were going to do a research project on ships is too broad of a topic, so you would narrow that down to the specifics. What were the parts of the ship before the 1940s and how effective were they on the water? So you really want to focus it down so you can narrow in and get the best research possible. And it helps you demonstrate that you understand the subject you are investigating. Number 5, I can gather relevant information from multiple print and digital sources. So relevant means it's pertaining to your topic or pertaining to what you're going to be discussing. Multiple means more than one, more than two, more than three. Print is something you would usually find in the library, a book, a newspaper, a magazine, an interview even, this could count as. And digital is something you're going to find online, a YouTube video, a website, a blog. Number 6, I can assess the credibility and accuracy of individual sources. So the credibility is the quality of being believable by a worthy or trust, okay? So is the person speaking credible? Do you believe them? Do they have the background to support what they're saying? And accuracy, is it true or false? Is it right or wrong? of individual sources. So you want to assess each source separately. Number 7, I can integrate, put in, okay, so you're going to put that in your writing, put that in your speech, put that in your discussion, the information from the source while avoiding plagiarism. So plagiarism is when you copy someone's work without giving them credit. If you decide you find this great thing and you want to put it in your paper, you need to cite the source, you need to give them credit, and also put their words in quotations. Otherwise, you should be summarizing their words and putting in your own words, and then also giving them credit since they are the ones who gave you the idea. We will practice and talk about this a lot this year because we want to be very careful because this is a very serious problem in education. Number 8, I can draw evidence from literary text to support analysis, reflection, and resource. So you're going to use the book you're reading, the things we read, as evidence for an analysis of something, for reflecting, and for research. So you could do all of these in one. These could be separate things. So when we reflect on different things about our performance, you might be able to take it back to the book. When you analyze a text, you're obviously going to be going there and getting evidence from the book to show that you understand. And research, when you research a topic, you want to try to connect it to the characters or some setting, symbol, mood that is in the text we are reading this year. Number 9, I can draw evidence from informational text to support analysis, reflection, and research. So this is the same thing except it's informational text. So this is going to be more nonfiction. So when you are doing your research, you're going to be taking evidence from those books and using it to support whatever you are saying, be it your analysis of the topic, your reflection on the topic, or the research on the topic. Number 10, I can produce a timed writing prompt for a range of tasks, purposes, and audiences. So this one, you are going to have more than one evidence link because you're showing multiple writing prompts that have a different task, purpose, and audience. Remember, the task is the type of writing you're doing. The purpose is while you're doing the writing, and the audience is who you are writing to. So this is time. So this is most likely something that will be done in class. Number 11, I can produce a quality piece of writing for a range of tasks, purposes, and audiences. So this is where you might put a lot of your finished final presentations of your writing because you want it to, again, to have a range. You want to have more than one example of how you can address task, purpose, and audience. I hope this helps. Remember to ask your teachers if you have any questions. Thanks!